So we really try to identify what makes us unique as a culture. And then we try to get rid of people that don't necessarily want to apply to that particular model of working. So we have, before the pandemic, a big one was we work remotely. We'll never have an office. We have team members in 43 different countries all over the world. Everyone will work remotely. We will never have an office ever. If you're interested in having an office, don't come work here. That's an example of those types of cultural touch points that I think are really important before making those long-term purchases, which are basically the most important purchases in your business, which is your.
That's a good practice for people who are doing first interviews, is to really outline who should not be applying for a job, and in a way to let the candidate or the potential future hire screen you out as an employer and say, well, this isn't going to do it for me, because they're very adamant about the fact that they don't want this and they don't want that. And that could be done, as a first interview. In your case, you said it's a test that you've built in a culture test.
So we generally, and I took this leadership from Shopify actually, where the candidates that are brought in, they figure out there's a first pass of, do they meet the base requirements for the position? They do not do any technical. Their first test that they do is a culture test, because they recognize if you're perfectly, positioned for this job from a technical perspective, but you don't have the right culture fit, we're going to hire you and then you're going to quit in 6 months, which is the worst. I mean, that's the absolute worst place to be. You've gone through onboarding, you've integrated them into your culture, you've spent all that managerial overhead to be able to get them into your organization, and then they quit, right? That's the absolute worst place to be. So they're realizing, well, let's not be tempted by technical fit. Let's actually just focus on cultural fit first. And then if they meet the cultural fit, then we talk about technical fit.